I'm here with Johnny Grooms, our tournament director, and you might recognize him from the World Series 2005, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You are very well respected. In fact, BJ says you're one of the best, and he used a cuss word because he is so passionate about that.
I'm very fortunate to have people think that I am one of the best, but at the same time, I'm the guy who gets all the face time for the poker tournaments. It isn't just me. I've got a fantastic staff that I work with regularly. I'm very loyal to them, and they make me look good. So it isn't just me. There's a full staff of us that do a good job for the tournaments.
Now, I know that your home casino is in Tunica,
Yes.
the Gold Strike. But what do you like about Biloxi and about this awesome hotel?
Well, it's you know, this hotel was modeled after a lot of the more upscale properties in Vegas. I mean, there's elements of Bellagio, there's elements of Treasure Island, Mirage, and they designed it to be a combination of the two, or a combination of many. And one of the great things about it is, you know, obviously Hurricane Katrina devastated this area, and if you come down the coastline, if you haven't been here, come down the coastline, you can still see 2 years later that this place was just, it was a wreck. Bobby Baldwin and the MGM Mirage design team did a fantastic job of trying to ensure that the people on this property would get back to work as soon as possible, and so they undertook a really big project, and within 1 year to the day of the time that the hurricane hit, they got the hotel back open and put a lot of people back to work.
That's so surprising. In 1 year, they were able to fix it back up. I mean, 3 floors of damage.
3 floors of damage. Actually, the entire casino floor was completely scrapped and redone, and there was immaculate attention to detail on this property. It's wonderful. And if you walk through it, the detail shows, and the players really enjoyed it too. So this is easy. This property sells itself. You know, the players walk in and look around and like, wow. So it's easy to run a tournament when they're already happy.
Now, I like to grub. I'm really into good food. What's your favorite food here that you know,
well,
crawfish, shrimp?
I'm actually a big seafood guy. I like a blackened grouper with paunch or train sauce. It's kind of a New Orleans kickback thing. I also like the fresh oysters when they're in season. They're really good.
Yummy.
A couple of restaurants on property are good here. They're not really regional cuisine, but here on property they got the olives like at Bellagio. They got
they do. I love olives.
They got a fantastic sushi bar. It's actually the best sushi I've ever had. The Dragon Roll is. If you don't like a barbecued eel, you won't like it though.
Okay. Yeah, barbecue eel. That's stretching it.
Just a bit.
That's stretching it, Johnny. I have to ask you, what is a ground skinner?
A ground skinner, well...
I've heard of it. I just don't know what it means.
It's common terminology as a walk in the big blinds when everybody folds all the way around to the big blind and it gets no action. A lot of people call it a walk, but it's actually a term that a lot of Southerners call it a ground skinner. And I think the first time I heard it, it may have been Jack McClellan that used it at the final table, and I just kind of adopted something from Jack there. But it's, you know.
Well, when in Rome.
Exactly.
We got to say ground skinner here.
Exactly. So the next time you guys are blogging or talking about the coverage of a hand, you've got to get the word ground skinner in there at least once. So.
All right, you guys hear that?
Ground skinner.
Everyone's at dinner. No one's even here.
You've got one guy clapping out in the audience way out there. Hey,
thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll sign your autograph in just a minute.
Oh, you got
Just
something
a quick
here.
look at what you see.
All right, guys, you heard it. Johnny Grooms here. You got to go get yourself a dragon roll right now, Johnny.
I'm going to get a dragon roll. I think I made some reservations for some of the players, and I think J.C. Tran told me to come have some sushi, so I'm going to do some sampling. Thank you for the interview, ma'am.
Thank
Appreciate
you so much.
See you guys.